Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome to a video in which my microphone is not constantly overloading. So in the previous video, just before I was going to record, I had a blue screen on the computer, and then I didn't have the common sense once I set everything up again to check the settings. Normally, when I shut down the computer, I come back to it, the settings are all locked, but apparently because the blue screen was during recording, everything reset without telling me, and the microphone was almost 3 times more sensitive than usual. Yeah. So now that's all sorted, it should be back to my normal voice, less overloading, probably still a little bit poppy here and there because the mic isn't the best, but anyway, let's get into the sumo arenas. Today I want to do at least 3 of them. So the drone in front of us looks very, very curious. Loads of sensors, loads of logic gates. I can only assume these 3 are going to be released upon certain things being met, and then maybe they can pilot themselves. They all have sensors of their own. They all have loads of regular sensor. It's going to be a bit mad. So let's just throw in a drone, which won't work, and see what happens. Let's see how the enemy actually acts. That's interesting. So it throws those 3, and then that one starts coming along. So what's actually happening here? Let's find out. Oh, so they can turn towards the enemy, I see that. Oh, that's actually pretty simple how it's set up. I actually understand how those logic gates work. It means that it's always constantly turning towards the enemy, if at all possible. So, how are we going to overcome this then? Let's find out. Let's have an idea. Aha, so there's a diameter limit. I was going to say, I wonder what the requirements are for just balancing everything out. So, if they are using that much resource in the bots they're shooting forwards, then perhaps if we just keep ours nice and simple, loads of thrusters just ram straight through, because each of them have their own center of mass, their own weight, and they don't necessarily work all that well together. How about if we just build something to counter one of the drones? Nothing more, just one of them. I think that could work. I really do think that could work. So small rather than really, really big. So no weapons. What happens if I try and add that? Okay. How about a drill? No. Okay. Spikes? But the enemy has spikes. The enemy has spikes, right? Am I being cheated here? Sure, select. Those are spikes, aren't they? Start the battle. Well, that's just rude. No, it's okay. Let's edit the drone. I understand this will not win. I am fully aware that will not win. So then, I do want a sensor still. Here we are. Just to keep this thing... Gravity cursor... Ooh! You know, I didn't know that was a mode yet. Anyway, that's really cool though, because it means you can have a drone just go towards your mouse all the time. A bit like a controlled missile. So then, what we want is just... something to force its way. The really sad thing is, my idea is really, really simple, and this clearly has had a load of work into it, so if I do win, I'm going to feel really bad about it. So, yeah. A bit like a hammerhead like that, that's fine. Dynamic thrusters. No, because that's the same strength. Ooh, how about these, though? The charged thrusters. No, for now, let's keep it really simple. We're going to want as many thrusters as possible. Where is... there we are. That's what I want, just the regular one. That's a small energy shield. This, on the other hand, is actually fuel. That should hopefully be enough. There we are. And then we want loads and loads of thrusters. Just... simplicity sometimes can be the victor, so let's see if we can do that this time around. Probably would be better if I, you know, attach those to something. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, well it works, you know what? Sure. Let's have it as stupid as that, because why not? Huh, it's actually less stable. That's the thing though, the core is so huge it does make a very stable anchor, as you could imagine. So then, We just want these so we don't end up flipping out horribly, and these are going to be connected to you. The centre of gravity is straight ahead though, isn't it? So really what we should... do then is have this like that. Is that correct? Wait. Tilted right, let's say 1. So it tilts to the right, which would be... Wait, would it be that or that? Oh dear, I don't actually know. Well, clearly it's wrong. Oh, wait, no, the centre of gravity is down. Okay, let it go down. That's actually correct then, isn't it? Okay, good it is. Oh man, my head just went, duh. Which, you know, it does happen quite a lot. Let's not lie. Let's not beat about the bush. I'm a bit of a derp. You may have noticed. Oh god. And then just, switch, I suppose. Or a not gate. If nothing is being pressed, activate all of these. Both work. Sure. If nothing is pressing 1, press 2. No. Press W, so that should just activate by itself. Activates the output if the input key is not pressed. I'm not pressing 1, so it should press W. I'm doing something wrong. Okay, I am stupid. It's because this is on Alpha 1. Derp de herp. Okay, there we go. Clink. Oh, that's glorious. So yeah, just that. I mean, we could add more thrusters, probably. God, that's going to be unstable. Especially if I do it like that. How about just 2? Just 2. Sure. Oh, it's going to be terrible. Come on! Yes, yes, no! Darn it! Got knocked off course. I guess that is a problem, isn't it? We're going to need to be able to stay stable after there. But of course, once we go past there, that's when we start turning. Then how about we take a leaf out of the enemy's book? Is that how you say that? A leaf of it? Whatever. Oh, there you go. Won that time. So, yeah, that's how it should have worked. It just overpowers the center one because we're not going to be hit by all of them at once. Simplicity wins the day. But what I could have done is something similar to them and have a secondary drone just to knock one of those out of the way a little bit, with this one then being the final blow. Either way though, we got a rare weapon, which I didn't even look at. So let's have a quick look-see at that weapon, shall we? Just edit for a second, let's have a look-see at weapons, and oh dear, this is a prototype I never wanted to see again. Bio shotgun, and what do you have? Oh, less projectile lifetime. Extra digging, bio, bullet, I mean, it's a bullet shotgun, so that's pretty cool. Let's just check how this works. I mean, that is pretty cool, but the short lifetime... Yeah, you know what? That would be really interesting, but the short lifetime is just a bit of a killer, honestly. Unless it had increased projectile speed as well. Okay, so we've dealt with this one. Let's go to another Sumo one. Where are you? There we are. What do you have? That's tiny. I think ours is going to win just because of... Oh, actually, I wonder what all of those are for. Those sensors. Once again, I feel bad because we're using the most simple idea. Just brute force our way through. Goodbye. Reflective bullets. Oh, that'll be interesting. Plasma rocket gun tower. Okay, that's interesting as well. Not one I'm going to use. Again, I do feel bad. I will make something more complex. Before the end of the episode, I promise I will make something more complex, but right now I'm happy seeing new weapons. Is that all the Sumo towers we've seen? Surely I saw another one, didn't I? Yeah, there we go, the third one. Oh dear. How does that work, I wonder? Come on, brute force! Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Good, we lose. We lose, that's great. It's out brute forcing us. The thing is... I know what to do here. I know what to do. Okay, so, if you look at this craft, you may notice something. It has no control. It's just going to go straight forward as fast as possible and then hit us. That's all it's doing. It's basically our craft, but with even less control. How about if we just sidestep and allow it to go past us? I mean, that would work, wouldn't it? That would work. They have to be quick. It would have to be very, very quick, but... Ooh, God, that bugged out. But we could sidestep. Okay, so how will we do that? Well, we only need to do it once, so... Let's just keep all the controls as they were. As they were, but now do this. And then delete all the back thrusters, da-da-da-da-da. Really should have duplicated the drone before doing this. Oh, whoops-a-daisy, perhaps should have duplicated them after pressing it. I always make more work for myself as well. I don't know why people watch me, honestly. I'm certainly not bringing much intelligence into the games. But maybe that's it. Maybe you will watch me to make yourselves feel better. Whee! Oh dear. You know that whole center of mass thing? Oh no, it's this really weird concept. There is a button, isn't there, for center of mass? There we go. Yeah, there's way too many. Oh. Okay, no, we do actually want it to go inwards a little bit. There we go, perfect. Maybe a bit slower. I feel like that might be a bit too quick. Bye! No, we're too quick, yep. But you see, that would have worked. Of course, what else we could do is make it more balanced towards going towards the center as well, so it kind of just loops around. Yeah, then we just have to make sure yeah. I think just going slower should work out, so let's just delete every second one. I'm going for the easy options here, as you can probably tell. Should have tested this. Oh, who won? Oh, just about. We needed it a little bit slow. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do it again. Little bit slow. This is so cheesy. Oh, this is so cheesy. Lathrix Cheesy's Arena. Okay. A wee old baby thruster. There we go. I'll do it as fast as I can. It'll take a million tweaks. Darn it, now it's not going that way enough. There we go. And actually, we're almost in still. So if I took some time there, I could have also added the logic gates, so I would have just basically skimmed around the world and then had a lot of balance thrust. In fact, that would have worked, wouldn't it? Just add balance thrusters. So that I'm always facing inwards and then have zero tolerance. Then have it so I'm always going perfectly away. Yeah, that would have worked. That would have been a much easier way of doing things. Ooh, that's a lot of bonus damage. Long beam, a damage upgrade. Number of shots upgrade? It's a laser. How can you have a number of shots upgrade to a laser? Let's find out. Now you, I think you were a test subject a long time ago, but now you're going to be another test subject. I am very, very sorry. There we go. New weapon. Explain yourself. Oh. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I just thought because it always shoots directly forwards. Wait, one shoots directly forwards, then one shoots to the side. That's not what I thought it was doing. I thought it was splitting in a different... Okay, that's just odd. That is just really, really odd. Okay. Obviously, we can't select that. That's fine. Is there any other sumo areas nearby after I've just finished cheesing all of these? Oh, I feel bad. I feel so bad. You know what? Let's perfect this one. I promised I'd do at least something, at least somewhat intelligently. Let's perfect the idea of this. So the concept we're going with is that we're going to have the sensor, the gravity sensor, very, very powerful. It always wants the craft to be pointing directly towards the center of mass, the center of gravity, I should say. And then the other thrusters will just keep on moving us around. So we go in perfect circles around the center of gravity, as you might imagine. So let's make a new drone. We want the sensor, of course. Hello, Sensei. How you doing, buddy? There we go. Now, this doesn't need to be as quick, either. Maybe. Let's just throw this together. Okay, really simple concept. The knock gate activates all the time, as you can imagine. And then we just have loads of thrusters connected to the sensor. Might not be good enough though right now. No, we still go out too much. Still won. We still won, and the idea clearly works. It's just we need to tweak it, and I do want to tweak it because I don't want this ever to go out. I just want it to constantly go around the center. So what to do then? Well, one way would just be lowering the thrust again, making it so the thrust is very, very, very low. But then, can it actually dodge the target? No, it can't. So it has to be quicker than that. Okay, I think I now understand what the problem is. It doesn't seem like there's actually a center of gravity, as in, the center of gravity doesn't actually have gravity with it. Which means, no matter how much I straighten up, every time I turn, I'm going to go further and further away, spiral out. Even when using a speed control and using this so it naturally curves in anyway, it just doesn't work. So, what if we had a tiny little bit of forward thrust? Not much. Just enough to act like gravity actually exists in this world. Better. Looks like it would still go out though, but definitely better. Let's double that then. You know what, I'm sure to a lot of people watching this is very simple, but once again, with logic gates and speed sensors and all of that kind of stuff, I have almost no experience. So for me, I am starting fresh. There we go, that would have worked. It looked like it would have worked until we got knocked, but even now it's seemingly straightening back up. It was going towards the center. I wish there was a button just so we could keep on watching, so I want to see, and this is going to completely surround it. Either way, little dodge here definitely works. This is going to take advantage of craft which don't straighten up and can't turn back around on themselves, so any brute force craft like mine would lose to this. In fact, can I go to the original sumo train? Ah, that's it, the sumo training area. That's what it's called. Clink. Let's do a little dodge here. Versus, as soon as I repair it, because I should have duplicated it, this drone, which is the brute force. Remember when I said I was going to build smarter? What I actually meant was, I'm going to build even more brute strength. So here we are with something really, really silly. The basic idea is that these sensors activate these thrusters, these sensors activate those thrusters, it goes forward at a very, very, very rapid rate, and then turns towards the target if they are escaping. I mean, it might work. It would be terrible versus the multi-drone like we had earlier, but against something trying to escape, I imagine it would probably work. Maybe. Let's find out. I mean, it did do exactly what I wanted it to do, just a bit slower than expected. There we go, activated. Now, if I was smart and actually cared about fuel in such a short match, what I could do is set up the logic gates, so if both are active, it turns off. Well, it doesn't activate any of them, but if one are active, then it actually activates anyway, because there's a chance that an enemy would be big enough to activate all of them, and then we're just wasting fuel, basically going nowhere. We're just cancelling the fuel out, the thrust out. Still though, I mean, it worked. Stupidity wins the day! It just rugby tackles it, it's glorious. Okay, let's verse the multi-drone we had earlier, because I want to see just how badly that would do against that. Let's allow the smart one to earn the last victory now, shall we? Is it this one? Yes, it is. Hello there, Smarty. Prepare to fight absolute stupidity. Yes! Oh! It worked perfectly. It captured all of them, smashed them together, which caused explosions, and then what? Ah, brute force. It's hard to beat brute force, isn't it? It's just so satisfying, just smack, and it's gone. Okay, with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video. I do hope you found it entertaining, as much as it was just me being really, really dense. I've got a tiny little dodge drone to dodge the enemy if they're coming towards us and not actively seeking us, and then we have that brute force drone, which I imagine, actually, before we go, just before we go, let's versus that rather large enemy sumo. The one which is just like loads, not you, your little baby one. Didn't even get to see what you really do because it was over so quickly. No, what I'm talking about is the one which is made up of loads of parts, loads of thrusters, and honestly exploded quite a lot. This fellow. I imagine ours is slightly more stable than his is. But way less thrusters. Oh! It grabbed it and span it around. Let's pretend that was intentional. Wow, actually, that would be a good idea for a drone. Just have it knock the enemy off course. It doesn't have to be too powerful. And I guess that's what you do if you have separate drones. You send one ahead, which will then knock it off course. Just have it slightly off-center. Also, it does seem like there is actually a little bit of gravity going down. So although the center of gravity is here, if you watch my drone, and the enemies actually, we go down just before reaching the center. Maybe I've done a thruster wrong, I don't know. Anyway, I really am all out of time. If you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Nimbatus is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next video, there is still the battle arena and the new weapons I really want to try out. So thank you, and goodbye. One day I will build something smart.